This is Land of Havilah, Psalm 25. It's 22 verses. Verse 1. By David, To you, Yahweh, do I lift up my soul. My God, I have trusted in you. Don't let me be shamed. Don't let my enemies triumph over me. Yes, no one who waits for you shall be shamed. They shall be shamed who deal treacherously without cause. Show me your ways, Yahweh. Teach me your paths. Guide me in your truth and teach me, for you are the God of my salvation. I wait for you all day long. Yahweh, remember your tender mercies and your loving kindness, for they are from old times. Don't remember the sins of my youth nor my transgressions. Remember me according to your loving kindness, for your goodness' sake, Yahweh. Good and upright is Yahweh, therefore he will instruct sinners in the way. He'll guide the humble in justice. He'll teach the humble his way. All the paths of Yahweh are loving kindness and truth to such as keep his covenant and his testimonies. For your name's sake, Yahweh, pardon my iniquity, for it is great. What man is he who fears Yahweh? He shall instruct him in the way that he shall choose. His soul shall dwell at ease. His offspring shall inherit the land. The friendship of Yahweh is with those who fear him. He'll show them his covenant. My eyes are ever on Yahweh, for he'll pluck my feet out of the net. Turn to me and have mercy on me, for I am desolate and afflicted. The troubles of my heart are enlarged. Oh, bring me out of my distresses. Consider my affliction and my travail. Forgive all my sins. Consider my enemies, for they are many. They hate me with cruel hatred. Oh, keep my soul and deliver me. Let me not be disappointed, for I take refuge in you. Let integrity and uprightness preserve me, for I wait for you. Redeem Israel, God, out of all his troubles. Comment: in this psalm, David's throwing himself on God. He's concerned about a gamut of things, of his enemies defeating him and shaming him, about being double-crossed by his so-called friends, and about his own potential failings, that he might be blind to the ways of God, that he might not be able to discern the right course of action, not be able to tell the true from the false, and about whether God will answer him in all this, because after all, God might turn a deaf ear to him because of his sin. He might not have mercy on him and pardon him, and he's concerned about the weight of it all pressing in on him, about the troubles of his heart, being distressed, afflicted, and in travail. So he's under a lot of pressure from without and feeling it within. The key for David is that he counteracted all those negative feelings with positive statements of faith in God. It's not the same thing at all as positive thinking or optimism. There's no power in positive thinking or optimism per se, but there's great power in God. If by positive thinking we're placing our faith in God, perfect. But if by positive thinking or optimism we're trusting in the power of the human mind to think good thoughts and everything will be fine, that's misplaced faith. As David goes through this psalm, he makes positive statements about God and what he'll do, not what his mind will do for him. In verse 2, My God, I have trusted in you. In verse 3, no one who waits on you will be ashamed. It's all God-centered with no trust in the power of the mind. In verse 4, Show me your ways, Yahweh. Teach me your paths. Guide me in truth and teach me. For you are the God of my salvation. I wait for you all day long. In verse 8, Good and upright is Yahweh, therefore he'll instruct sinners in the way, end quote. And he goes on like that, not trusting in positive thinking, but asking God to intervene and trusting that he will. In verse 9, he'll guide the humble in justice. He'll teach the humble his way. So it's humility we're after, and faith in God, not to gin up faith in ourselves. Jesus didn't say have faith in optimism. He said 4 words that maybe sum up the Bible as well as any 4 words, quote, have faith in God, Mark 11:22. Psalm 26 is next. But don't look for that until we publish the second batch of Psalms, which will be Psalms 26 to 50, Lord willing. In the meantime, you can find other books of the Bible at the Land of Havilah channel on your podcast app, or the Land of Havilah channel on YouTube, or at our website, landofhavilah.net. Until next time, may God richly minister his word to you. Amen.